Welcome everyone, GleeCon is here, bringing you another episode of The Old Lore of Warcraft. So, on the last episode, we did a massive Maraudon full clear. That's just a long mega dungeon. It's the second time this week that we've cleared it. We did it once on Alliance and we did it once on Horde. We did it a little bit differently last time, so each experience will get you something different. None of the experiences happened without hiccups because it's just that big. It's very hard to get a group that smoothly runs and full clears all the wings of the dungeon. I did do that a couple times off camera, but of course my on-camera runs weren't as easy. So today we're going to do just a little housekeeping. We're going to clean up, turn in all of those quests that came from that, and start setting our sights forward on our next zone as we enter the final quarter of the game, which is Fellwood. So stay a while and listen as we take Gleecan Soul, our enhancement resto hybrid healer. We bring that bad girl back into Desolus. We actually missed the last boss. We didn't kill the little goblin boss because everybody bailed at the very end. Nobody cared to go kill it. So me and one other went, and my plan was to die to get out of there anyway. And we pulled something. I don't remember what it was, but just between the two of us, it got away from us a little bit, and we quickly died. I think had we made it to the goblin boss, we would have been fine. But it had to have been like a pull of some wandering rock guys or something like that. Like that's what's going to get you. So we have already done 2 quests. Because 2 of them are turned in within the dungeon. The first one is the Legends of Maraudon, maybe is what it's called. Let's look at the old spreadsheet. I keep a spreadsheet going. For those of you, you guys should all know that. So on the spreadsheet, Legends of Maraudon, right? Alright, so that one is given to you by the Dryad in the exterior of the dungeon. She basically says, I don't know, help my buddy. There's a rod he used to have, the keeper friend of mine that's in there. It's the keeper that you end up killing as the end of the first, the kind of, I don't know, there's, in a way, there's 4 parts to the dungeon, although that middle part is really not a part at all. It's like a transition kind of area, so you could think of it as 3 wings. There's the purple side, there is the, I wonder if this guy can repair this Vendortron. No, he can't. Usually we buy all the recipes. I'm pretty sure I have all his. Alright. I'll just sell. I'll sell a couple grays. Just to clear my inventory a little bit. Or, yeah. Well, I upgraded those boots. While we're here, those shoulders I kind of want to analyze. That leather I'll take. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is the most questionable one. This is the Twisted Evils. I'll talk more about the dungeon as we walk, but this is Twisted Evils. This was where we are helping someone from the Twilight's Hammer. They wanted these runes, these little pieces of relics that are found all throughout Maraudon, and they drop from any mob. We finished it pretty quickly. I think before we were even even done with the orange wing.
What would you ask of death?
Don't ask questions. You have my request.
Ha ha ha! I knew you'd be back. So easy to convince. We'll do anything for the right price. Ha ha.
That's right. Willow mutters. Alright, let's see. This is a chest piece. Of course, not even in the right ballpark. That's a pretty decent leather helmet. I like that, but not for us. Plate armor, useless, and then this chain, still, that's actually pretty decent. I'd say it's equivalent to around 30. Not as good as our Gazrilla scale armor, but pretty decent nonetheless. Alright, so we have now completed, what's that one? Twisted Evils, and it is pretty freaking twisted of us to even do that quest. It is straight up evil. Alright, we're going to go ahead and probably it's the same checkboxes that'll take us. Alright. So we helped them. I mean, really, what did we do? Why is the Twilight Hammer interested? The long and the short of it, as we've talked about it over the past few episodes, dealing with this topic, are, you know, there was a keeper named Remulos. I'm fairly certain Remulos is actually Zatar's brother, so not Remulos. Whoever, I think you're looking at, so Cenarius maybe. And then who is the? We'd have to really look up the lore. There, I can't remember off. I always get all of these guys mixed up. There's the person that is like the father of all druids who trained Malfurion to be a druid, and he's like the ultimate nature god. Then I'm pretty sure he has some kids or something. Somehow Malorn is related to him, and Malorn is like a big deer. Somehow there's a keeper. There's one that's more like a keeper. So kind of centaur-y, nature-y looking. And one of those, who I believe it's Zatar, who is one of the kids, and I don't remember. So he's basically, I feel like there's like a middleman, I don't know. I guess he would be like the grandson of not Cenarius. I gotta really look up these while we're in transition. I guess I gotta get these names right. All right, so who gave Malfurion his powers? Let's start there. Okay, so if we look at Malfurion, he was given his powers by Cenarius. Okay, so it was Cenarius. He's the ultimate demigod of nature. So if we look into Cenarius, by the way, right now I'm traveling down to the Pariah. Turn in that quest. Okay, so Cenarius does already, he basically already looks like a keeper. He does fall in love with Ysera, kind of, I believe. Oh, I see. He is the son of Malorn, and maybe Malorn actually is the one. Yeah, so Cenarius is kind of like the kid. So basically, he is the son of, it does say it's Cenarius. It tells you the pronunciation right there. Alright, and he's the son of Malorn. Malorn is the big deer god, and the stories, I believe, are that Malorn and a deity form of Ysera potentially are the parents of Cenarius. I also think Cenarius, this guy Pats, I'm too far down, he must be further on his Pat cycle. I came to the end. This little centaur. I don't know why I always have a hard time with this particular genealogy. I guess it just seems kind of weird to me that Cenarius is not even like a major god. Alright, so this is the one where we got all of his... He thinks the clans are stupid for fighting each other. He wants to kind of desecrate the tombs to get the powers of the 5 original Centaur brothers or whatever that started all of Centaurhood, and unite their power so that he can rule over all. And he's a pariah.
What did you decide, Gleekin Soul? Can you help me? You set foot on holy ground to help me forge the one great centaur tribe. This is it, Tauren. This is it. Now I can begin the great task of uniting the tribes. Thank you. Take this for your efforts, please. I hope when next we meet it will be on much different terms.
I don't know if anything ever comes of that. It'd be interesting in Cataclysm to see, did he succeed at all? You do get a decent trinket, and I've done the math. It's definitely not as good as the Rune of the Guard Captain. Would I rather have it over dodge? And I kind of was doing the math before, so now I got to pause from my lore talking for a second to try to do the math on this, because the dodge, I would say, I would give that the equivalent of, say, like 10 points. 10 points of stam or something. A 1% chance to dodge. Okay, whereas this is 25 points for all stats, so that's essentially 125 total points. 2% when struck. So if we just take it at face value, 2% of 125 is like, that's 2.5, like 2.5 points. So on face value, it seems like it would be worse. However, as an enhanced shaman, I do fairly get in melee. Now, we look at this. My swings here are close to 4, so if we averaged at 4 swings, 1 swing every 4 seconds, this thing lasts a minute. So when we are going from combat to combat to combat, you would imagine there are 15 swings at a 2% chance. So this is where I did some other math. So then what we do is if there's a 2% chance of success, that means there's a 98% chance of failure. So you do 98 to the 15th power. Actually, to be really real about it, it's probably going to be better. But we do 0.98. Oh, I forgot I got a big to the power of 15. So that's about a 74% chance. So which means we have about a 26% chance of it actually proccing, and that's extremely conservative lines. So now if you look at that, now we're looking at it's a little bit more than 30 points total overall, and I like that better. And also if you think about it, like, okay, what is agility? Agility increases dodge, so how much dodge from agility? Wow, classic. Let's see if we can get a nice conversion chart. 20 points of agility. So while it's proccing, you're actually getting more than 1% dodge if it procs. And in the meantime, you're also going to get your 25 points doing all these other things. So overall, it's pretty solid, and I like it better than that Smot's Compass, because if it procs, it's already better than what Smot's Compass was.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Okay, this is, we're now neutral with Cenarian Circle. Cenarian Circle. Alright, so let's go and also do the spreadsheet. We did turn in the Pariah's instructions. And that's now 4 done. It's a pretty decent trinket. It gets outshined very quickly, but for certain specs, particularly if you are getting hit a lot, it's pretty good.
Is there trouble?
This is the Corruption of Earth and Seed, the one that wanted us to kill the actual leader, the princess, and we'll get back to the lore discussion soon. I'll try to be zoomed in a little bit. I like to be able to see my field of vision here, but in the comments, somebody was saying it'd be a little bit better if we were zoomed in a little bit more. I just find the game harder to play that way, but I'm going to see if I can get used to it. This is the most wonderful news, Gleekinsel. Thank you. I'll speak with Mirandus and ask his wisdom on the topic of Zaytar's remains, but at least you have overcome the hardest of the tasks. I was told that if we were successful in our mission, I had permission to reward those who aided us. I was given these items as tokens from our people. You may choose one. Well, we can't use bows or the thrash blade. It's just going to be about the rod. Again, some math. Now, 45.8 actually is better damage than what we currently have. So that's pretty cool. What does Wind Fury do? That just has a chance of proccing. So it does actual better damage. I like that. Okay, to the tune of 3.1 DPS. So that's like 31 points right there. Now, we do lose 25 points, so right off the bat, at face value, this thing is better already. So the chance to get a crit, well, I don't love that we'll be losing that, but I don't have anything that procs with crits necessarily. And the fact that I'm restoring mana and health every 5 seconds is going to help me. So I don't even have to do the math because just the flat damage is so much better. And a staff is a two-hander weapon. I think I'll be actually using this this resurgence rod. It's pretty good. It's just got the DPS on its own. It's pretty good. Now this is, and it's actually the speed is slower. So it's hitting good, which is better for our Wind Fury things. And the regenerating basically 1 health per second. Can't do it. Maybe we'll get back to it later. Is nice, and like 1.5 mana per second. Pretty good. Alright, so let's... Did I just do that? Corruption of Earth and Seed now turned in. That's a good one. Okay, 3 to go, and one of them is right here. Alrighty, so let's go turn in the quest at the top of this little tower. There's one little bit of traveling we'll have to do where we will talk about the lore, because I was interested in that dive.
How may I aid you?
If you are able to heal the plant, it will again begin to grow. We must do what we can, Lycanso.
Thank you for returning this adventurer. With the remaining liquid you brought me, I can continue my studies. While there is still much to do, you have helped to heal some of the corruption that Vyletongue spread through Maraudon. Please take this with my gratitude.
Yeah, so we're doing good, kind of like with Wailing Caverns, like we're starting to clean that place. Alright, this is a 14-point ring. That is worse than my rings. The belt is cool for DPS, but it's worse than my belt, and I cannot wear plate gauntlets.
Go in.
So that's not really an upgrade. Alright, so that was... Vyletongue Corruption. Turn that bad boy in. 2 to go. Alright, now we're going to rock our Hearthstone. Now, I do have to work on raising my stave skill. Because I haven't used this stave since I was about level 40. So, it's been 16 levels of time off of that. We're going to go just clean up a little bit, then we have to turn in the lowest level quest here that I don't think is worth almost anything. While we're here, we can pick up our Feralis quest. Actually, it's in Undercity that we have to pick that up. That's lame. So we are not picking that up anytime soon. We won't be picking that up on this episode. Alright, so that was a repair. Yeah, if we're looking at our things... that's not better. That's not better. No. No. 20... That's close. That helmet was close, but no. Those shoulders are cool, too. Okay, so it's 26. If I count the nature resistance, that's 36 points of stats on the shoulders. 20... 111. Alright, so if I drop down on this is a healing shoulder, really. So, let's see, I think this is like 41.5. So, this would be 11... 27, 37. If I count the nature resistance, as full 10 points, these things are better. 16 stam, so I'd be switching over, I'd be losing the intellect and spirit to gain agility and stam and nature resistance. But I'm losing almost 100 points of armor for it. It's kind of cool. So I had gotten myself fully into mail. Oh no, I have leather pants on. So if the stats work out, then it is what it is. I guess I'm going to wear them for a little while. My armor's going to be a little bit down, but that nature resistance is going to help. Okay, the Rock Pounder has been my weapon for a while, so goodbye to the Rock Pounder. That's part of my healing kit. Don't need that. Pariah's instructions can go. I'm going to sell Smot's Compass. I'm not going to keep it. This is this patch of tainted skin. Oh, I think I need that for a particular quest that I'm going to do. Not the rugged armor kit. The deep rock salt should allow me to make a couple, of my cured thick hides. No, we want to put the Scepter of Celebris in the bank. Warbear leather is intriguing. So that one is reinforced. Very good. Okay. Alright. Now, Savage Front's got to sit there a little while. Cured Thick Hide, that can sit there a little while. This leather, these things are... Okay, that's there. These two can go in the bank. Those two are for quests. Okay. Alright, so quick little jaunt over to the bank before we go turn in the quest that we have here. And we are level 56, 4 levels to go. Love it.
Besides the grunts outside, my brothers and I fought at the Battle of Hyjal. Any who seek to steal from the bank must face us first.
Alright. So that's cool. This is a cured thick hide. Oh, I already have a 20 stack of those. Jeez. I guess it's okay for... I don't know. What do I need? Do I need anything with my cured thick hides? I can make some rugged armor from my rugged armor kits. Not worried about that. Those are all wild vine. I think we're just really working on these Nightscape boots. I did learn how to make the dragon scale breastplate. That's cool. If I get some worn dragon scales, using it absorbs 600 magical damage and lasts 2 minutes, but it has a 1 hour cooldown, but that's pretty darn cool. It's all resistances across the board though, so I'm not going to go out of my way to make it, but I can make the dragon scale breastplate now. So that's pretty neat. That was, I said I was going to do that off camera, so that was me learning. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the Valley of Spirits and turn in this bad boy. Actually go upstairs and walk across the bridge. 2 quests left to turn in. Really, what's gonna make us spend time today is turning in that Seed of Life, because I do not believe we have a flight path to whatchamacallit yet, the Moonglade. But it looked like we had one to Blood Venom Falls. I don't know why, but we did. This one was just, hey, go and kill those elementals. This is the lowest, easiest level quest. Just go kill the Shadowshard elementals outside of Maraudon. I don't even remember why it's important. It just says... the rock creatures. That's it. It doesn't really... He doesn't give us a reason. He just wants them. I'm guessing, you know, they're probably reagents for something. Because he is a mage that you talk to, a troll. Yeah, he's a troll mage trader.
Greetings, adventurer. I pity your kind, for the secrets of true magic are beyond you.
You find the crystals yet? Rituals of power, spells of great strength. Those shadow shards may be very helpful in all kind of arcane magic.
Ah, these be perfect for me magics. Here, you take one of these trinkets and be on your way.
Me got much studying to do.
My accent's terrible, but I'm still better than AI for now. Alright, so my current necklace is pretty good. It's gonna... this is the same necklace I had on the Paladin, and it was not better for the Paladin, but for her, this is a better necklace, so we'll just grab one of these to sell. Alright. Oh, can I do I have enough rune cloth? Not yet. Alright, so we'll sell that necklace on to someone. There you go, we'll sell it to the snake man. Hey dude, you want to trade me a snake for a necklace?
What's beyond your mind?
Actually, he could almost give me 2 snakes
Stay
for it.
away from them.
Alright, so we did now complete the penultimate quest of this episode today, which is Shadowshard Fragments. We did the Orgrimmar version. Bang! All that's left is turning in the Seed of Light, which also has no purpose. The only purpose is to make you go to Moonglade if you're not a druid. Because if you're a druid, you've already been there to train. But if you are not, it's maybe your first
You
try.
haven't lived until you've
Look,
looked
you
down
can-
on the world from the back of a
Alright, so
window.
we're going to go up to Bloodvenom Post, and let's resume our research. Now, there is one quest we'll have to pick up from Undercity to kick off the next episode. It is called A Sample of Slime. It is a pain in the tuchus to do. It's a much more annoying version of the same quest you get from Alliance. Alliance just has to kill a certain amount of slime and bring it back. For the Horde, you have to kill the slime. The drop rate's 100%, unlike with the Alliance one. But you have to bring it back to Undercity from Felwood and test every sample. So you're trusting the RNG, and I don't trust it. I don't remember how many I killed. At least 30 to be safe. But I think 50 is actually... I think I did 50 to be really safe. Alright, so... back to our research. Oh, where did our research go? Dang it. I closed it out. So we were looking at Cenarius. Okay, so Cenarius, he was the son of Malorn. He's he was brought back from Ysera, but it doesn't talk much. Okay, his children. Let's see. The Tauren have a myth that Elune birthed Cenarius, but gave him up to Malorn. As the son of Elune, and so it's not Ysera, it was Elune that is the mother of Cenarius and Malorn, the dad. Okay, so he fathered many children. His daughters are the Dryads, and his sons are the Keepers of the Grove. So his children are Remulos, Ordanos, Zaytar, and according to legend, the Centaur were Cenarius' children, but that's not true, as we learned. They're actually descended from his son Zaytar. So Remulos now is the Keeper of the Grove. So he is the guy that is in Moonglade. And there's not a ton other. He's mentioned maybe in some stories, some comics. He's one of the sons of Cenarius. He's the brother of Zaytar. So let's look up at Zaytar instead. Zaytar is the person I think you find at the very, very end. And he is the one that, yeah, so Ordanos, Remulos, Zaytar are the three main brothers of Cenarius, who is the son... I'm not brothers of Cenarius. The three main... They are brothers, and they are the sons of Cenarius, and Cenarius is the son of Elune and Malorn. So there's the little descendant there, the family lineage. And then... I just kind of slept wrong on my neck last night. Then so Zaytar, one of those brothers, basically fell in love with Princess Theradris, who is the queen of the Earth Elementals, princess of the Earth Elementals, and they fell in love and had kids. However, at some point Theradris was corrupted by the old gods, and she murdered Zaytar. The children went corrupt, and the children, the centaurs, became primal and vicious, were also corrupted. So in a way, they're kind of like an entire old god fantasy. All right, we're gonna get on the road here and walk up. So apparently, I have. Oh, that's why we've been here before, because we did the quest to get here not that long ago. That's why we've already been here. We came up here and killed these bears and stuff. All right, so it says, if you look at it. It says, influenced by the old gods, Theradris' trapped Zaytar spirit in Maraudon and used its energies to transform her home into a den of corruption and suffering, tainting the surrounding lands of Desolace as well. So it's also why Desolace is desolate. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Get off me, you fools. You can't knock me off my mount if I am the mount. Ghost wolf form, baby. Alright, made it to the trees. I mean, to the road. Zaytar's nephew and nieces, Celebrus and his Dryad sisters, at one point traveled to Maraudon in the hopes of freeing their uncle's tortured spirit, but instead they were corrupted, which is why I think you find a keeper as a boss, and why you see those Dryads walking around. Keeper Mirandus and his sisters later traveled to Desolace in the hopes of recruiting adventurers. So Keeper Mirandus is the guy you find at Nigel's Point. So he's the one that gives you the quest. If you're Alliance, if you're Horde, you get it from the Dryads. To kill Theradris and retrieve Zaytar's remains so they can be brought back to the Stone Talon Mountains. Horde adventurers succeeded in defeating Theradris. Yeah, so that's canon. That's interesting that it's the Horde that does it. So the ones that work for the Dryads. Thereby freeing Zaytar's spirit, he told the heroes that he would remain in Maraudon since his centaur children had need of their father, despite their crimes against him. He also asked the heroes to bring the seed of life, the first seed that fell from the life that his remains nourished, which that's what we're doing right now. So his remains did become compost, basically, to his brother Remulos. Remulos is going to kind of go forward from there. All right, so interesting. It also implicates that in this area there's an old god. We know there's old god corruption all through Silithus. Does it stretch that far? We know that the bugs have coming out onto the bottom of Feralis all through Ungoro and the whole bottom part of Tanaris, and even little spikes up into Thousand Needles. So there is major Silithus is starting to infect like a third of Kalimdor. And as a matter of fact, it's actually coming up into the Barrens as well. Mulgore is free of it. Dustwallow doesn't have it. Dustwallow instead is Onyxia is there. Desolace doesn't have any, but instead the ghosts are haunted. The centaurs are there, and the centaurs kind of spread out here into Mulgore, and they even spread into Durotar some, and the Barrens as well. And Stone Talon is where the buffer, this kind of buffer happens. But you do have some old god, something old god corrupting spreads up here, because I believe Teldrassil is corrupt. And that's kind of seeping and affecting Darkshore and the tip of Ashenvale with the Black Fathom Deeps. So really, just this tiny, I don't know what's going on in Najara, we haven't really experienced it yet. There's just this tiny pocket. But I do know there are Naga in Najara, and Naga are also sort of corrupted by the old gods. They're a representation of that. They are in Najara as well. So really there's signs of old god corruption everywhere except Mount Hyjal, which is cut off, and Moonglades. You can get into Mount Hyjal. There's videos of people doing it online. You can mountain hop. Alright, here's the death. We had to do this death run on our paladin, and we were able to do it with bubbling. What can I do? Oh, I gotta get that out of there. What can I do to make this work for myself? Alright, first I guess let's get a sun scale salmon so that I'm rejuvenating throughout. The only other thing that we can do is just be ready to pop a potion as we run. We'll be able to rejuvenate ourselves. Okay, I'm gonna go as far as Ghost Will form will take me. Instantly off. Once I get a pack, I can War Stomp. Okay, I can... Dang it, I dropped the Earthbind Totem too soon. Okay, that's gonna heal 700 and 900 life. Okay, there we go. Oh, I wish it wasn't gonna pop a potion. I can heal. I can War Stomp and heal as needed. Okay. So that's my little thing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna hit a War Stomp heal. And then I have a quick heal I can do. Okay. I can quick heal myself. Oh gosh. It's tough. See, it's proccing. It's procced twice, my new trinket here. Okay. Slow those bad boys down. Oh man. I'm gonna have to get a heal off. Oh no! I hit the wrong... I left too soon. There we go. Okay. Oh gosh. Alright, so with use of healing, War Stomping, potions, I was able to get my behind through this quest. Thank goodness. Let's get this flight path so we never have to do that again. And with bubbling, I was able to do it as a paladin. There's certain classes where I just think you're going to be screwed. Like, I cannot imagine getting through that as a warrior. That seems like a death run in the making. Other than the fact that your mail might help you. Maybe if you were like in defensive stance and you and maybe had some kind of also stun to where you could bandage yourself in addition to potions, it's gonna be tough. You could also kill your way through the tunnel. That's totally fine, but you're gonna lose a crap ton of rep, and that would we are gonna be grinding that rep to neutral. So I did not want to kill any of them. I'd rather die. It will save us more time to just die. Because you only get 5 rep per kill when you're fighting your way back. Alright, here's Remulos.
You have the scent of corruption on you, Gleekensoul. Much like many adventurers these days, but something about you is different. Is there something you've come to speak to me about? You have an aura about you that seems familiar, but I cannot place it. Please, I implore you, tell me why you've sought an audience with me. So my brother has finally found peace. I am proud to have lived to see this day. In all his arrogance and anger, I truly thought he was lost to us, but this symbol of his sacrifice only proves that he is not lost. He's only been reborn. He takes his place in nature as was his duty. Thank you, Gleekensoul. By bringing this to me, you have secured a small amount of hope that I thought I had lost. This seed will be important to the people of this war-torn land someday. I can sense it.
And I am curious as to what rep will happen from that. Alright, so we're cool here. Now we're going to Astral Recall so that we can start in Orgrimmar. I think I have 2 days before we do another long play. My goal is to get us started in Feralis by then. I'm very close to wrapping up. So this restless, whatchamacallit. Alright, so when we do the next episode and start Felwood, we'll have to go to Undercity first, and then we'll immediately be able to hearth back here and do that flight. Wasn't that long of a flight to Bloodvenom Post, and where we can start picking up these quests, go down and pick up these quests and work on this. We want to work on the corruption as fast as possible because the corruption is going to help us get ourselves. We also will have to eventually do a grind there. If you look at where I am on the spreadsheet for the walkthrough, I just have completed Retribution of Light. I think I only completed it on one of my 2 accounts. And I did the Remains of Trey Lightforge on that account too. So today I should wrap this up. Maybe I'll get a Final Blow started. That's the real final one. And when we run it on camera, we're going to do them all together. And then by tomorrow I'll do a Patreon episode, the final lead up to Assassin's Creed 2, where we look at the strategy guide. So by tomorrow, I should have this done, and I probably can I think I'll finish them all by tomorrow. These ones are just annoying because you have to keep flying back and forth to Winterfell. So I think by tomorrow, everything should be wrapped in Felwood, so we'll be on target for Wednesday to be the start of our clear of Felwood, which will be great. And meanwhile, I will be off camera starting Ajara right around that same time. So Ajara should be quicker too, so we should be able to get through all of that. It's going to be Ungoro Crater that potentially slows us down. We'll see what we see. All right, everybody, thank you so much for your time with us here today. Here's a close image of our girl. I appreciate you watching and listening. If you like what you saw, of course, subscribe. Keep watching. Add a like. Check out me Patreon page if you want to see the same service of the Assassin's Creed franchise. But whatever you do, have yourself a great day, and know that I appreciate spending time with you. So, you've stayed a while, you've listened, and now we got another episode in the pipe 5x5.